built a castle this weekend.
Haven't started on mine yet.
I know.
Faker. Did anyone?
Hello, everybody. How are you this evening? Yeah, put the things up. If you're in Georgia, you feel like us. We feel like dump because everything is yellow. It's not smog. It's trees being, well, you know how they are this time of year. Anyway, welcome to Messy Monday, and it is quite messy because those of us in the South, at least, are dealing with pollen and not feeling good. So,
Yes.
we do have some folks in the chat already. Gary Mullane, who beat me here again. Gary, good to have you here all the way from Ireland. That's awesome. Andrew Sada here from New Jersey. The dichotomy there is always funny to me. And you got green and pastoral Ireland, and you got Jersey. So, you know, that's awesome.
Jersey is the Garden State.
It is the Garden State. That is true. That is true. And VW will be in here in just a bit. Our friend Dana may join us later. He's not sure. So, how is everybody this evening?
Can't complain.
My legs hurt.
I'm good.
I don't know what you're all talking about this pollen thing. I feel fine.
Me too.
I'm just great.
It's pouring rain where I am.
Hang on there. That's better.
Same.
There we go. That's better.
It's very rainy in Oklahoma.
Man down.
My eyes
I'm
itch.
just holding everybody up.
Not only is he the youngest here, he is the one apparently is not bothered by pollen in any way. So let's check in with him first, then, since he feels so spry. Ant Bandit, how are you today?
I'm doing great, man. It's good to see you guys. Yeah, it's been a busy week and a half or so. I am working on a bunch of stuff. I relaunched my YouTube channel. My Lego channel is in full swing. So I am putting out some content there. Ant Bandit, youtube.com/AntBandit if you guys want to watch. I'm doing a bunch of random stuff there, animation, brick films. But this week, I'm starting on a new commission job for Lego, which is really interesting. I can't say exactly what it is, but I can say it is something that many people in this room are very interested in. And will enjoy
Modulars?
when it's done. I think more majority of people in this room.
Is there
Obviously, Jack Stone. Gotcha.
there's some sort of buzz about it?
It's not Lightyear. I wish it was Lightyear, but I mean,
freak.
let me just lean to the side here and you know, just give you a look at my Lego room if you want to see what I'm working on.
Nice.
Johnny Thunder.
That's also something I'm working on. I'm building a Johnny Thunder mock right now, but I've got a whole bin of gray to build a giant diorama for this animation I'm working on.
Would you happen to need a crater for anything?
Hey, you know what? I didn't think about that, but there is the desire for a crater, and we might have to chat about that.
There should be a creator crater set. I'm just saying.
There you go. 18 plus.
Just 2 base plates, and that's it.
Yeah.
Or you could make an asteroid and call it the Crater Creator.
You make a what droid? What'd you say?
There you go.
Make an asteroid.
Okay, that's what I thought you said.
Asteroid.
What did you say?
Brian Pennebaker, welcome. Good to have you here.
My
All right, that's cool. I always want to, you know, let you pan left and right and show us major secrets and everything. Is that like a red mountain there behind you or something? What is that?
No, this is I'm shooting a video tonight for my channel, and so this is just like red. It's a red lighting setup, so it's got to be moody and dramatic. You know, I'm trying to make these videos look nice. So this is my like RGB background. So.
Well, I know you're a professional filmmaker, and I'm going to enjoy saying this. Dude, boom in the shot right there. I mean, I see it right there.
It's Star Wars canon, man. We're wearing like a pink tank top.
There we go.
Yay! All right.
Star Wars
Really
canon
nice.
Tatooine
Really
need a pink shirt and shorts on, you know.
Yeah, someone standing in the background like this, just holding the boom.
So did you kickstart your channel partly just because you had the time, or is it a new focus?
New focus. Yeah, exactly. It's been something I've been wanting to do for a long time. I know a lot of people here probably know I do the stop motion stuff professionally, and I love doing it, but it's very much like super time intensive, and I've really wanted to try doing the content creation thing and the Lego content creator thing for a while, but working on stop motion stuff, it's super, like, you can barely make a living doing it just because projects take so long to make, and you know, for YouTube you got to be putting out videos like every week, and so I'm trying to juggle them. We'll see if it works, but yeah, I'm just really passionate about, you know, animation and Lego, and using some of my video stuff skills to do something with it, you know. So I'm having fun with it, but
and also you could just take up juggling. That would be okay.
There you go, just actual juggling.
That's right. That's right, dude. That's awesome stuff. And go ahead and pop a link into the chat.
Oh, sure.
Your YouTube channel, we'll pop it on there. You can support Ant Bandit on Patreon, and I'd highly recommend it. I mean, the latest video you did on the Sonic set was really, really, really well done.
Oh yeah.
It may have been just that rich mahogany background you had. I think
it was a nice background.
Thank you. I'll have to do more videos up there. I'm glad that you guys like it, because that, like, I use that background, but I'm not sure on it yet. So I don't know. We'll see if it sticks around, if I keep using it or not. So
my first thought is, wow, where did he get that studio set up at?
Based on the comments
that I've never used.
Based on the comments, you should just do like a whole video of like you polishing the mahogany.
Hey, not on this channel, please. Thank you.
There you go.
Nobody wants to see Adam polish his wood.
I don't. Just move along, please. Move along. Here we go. So, but anyway, yeah, pop that in the thing, and I'll make sure everybody sees it and everything. But yeah, support Ant Bandit and what he's doing. Did you make that? You made a quick stop motion animation for the intro, right, of that video? Is that correct?
Yeah, that's one of the things that I'm going to be trying to do. It's not going to happen for every video that I do, but as much as possible, I want to like use the animation stuff in my videos. So I know for the video that I'm shooting tonight and the one that I'm working on right now is not going to have any stop motion. So we'll see how that goes. But I think it adds some life and flair to something that not a lot of other people do, you know, in review videos and that kind of format. So I like to try and spice it up with that.
And is it 38? Is that the minimum number of pieces of flair? Is that what you mean?
The number of flair is always changing.
Oh, I got you. But it was really good, and also the animation style, the way you made the character whoosh around look just like the Lego Movies style. So it was really good. And it was amazing to me you threw that in as your intro, and it's like, did he just put that in there and kind of that was it? I wanted to see that again. You know, it was great, but it was super great.
Thank you. Yeah, I've been watching like a ton of YouTube videos about like how to make it and how to make good content. And the main thing that stuck with me is like trying to give people like as a viewer value. And maybe this doesn't interest people, but I want to make things interesting. And you know, if someone's going to stick around for an 8-minute video, I want you to, you know, feel like right off the bat you've got something that you're interested in. You know, so. Yeah. Anyways,
no, super cool, man. I appreciate that. All right, Mr. Sandlin, if you'll pick the next guest, I've got to go kick somebody off of a Twitch. I'll be right back.
Okay. I think we lost Xavier. He's asleep, and he had a busy weekend at a Nerf event. Was that a convention or like a meetup? Or
no, it's a game called Humans versus Zombies. It's basically a complex game of tag involving Nerf blasters. Everyone starts out as humans, and a couple of people start out as zombies. And if a zombie manages to tag you, then you become a zombie, and slowly but surely you run out of humans, and everyone becomes zombies.
Well,
and they have missions where you're trying to complete objectives and whatnot that are specifically designed to get you tagged, and it was lots of fun.
Yeah, I was flipping through TikTok, and suddenly there's your face on TikTok, like talking about Nerf stuff. Yeah, you came up in my For You page on TikTok.
Oh,
so
good Lord.
It's kind of funny.
Which video was it?
Actually, several of your videos have gone past on my For You page. Like some of them you were at that event, But also, my son very much enjoyed the one where you were using the minigun on the targets in your backyard.
Yes.
That was very much 10-year-old approved.
Excellent. Yes.
So,
I did not bring the minigun. That thing does not travel well. I brought my my fanciest of blasters.
Do you do Nerf upgrades, sir?
I
Inquiring
do.
minds want to know.
That is, in fact, what the majority of my YouTube channel is about, is how to upgrade your blasters. Which is why Hasbro does not like me.
Well, I have a nephew that likes to shoot me with things, and I have the old Nerf Vulcan gun. I would like to upgrade that.
All you need to do to upgrade the Vulcan is to put more powerful batteries in. So instead of putting D cells, if you put in like lipos or IMRs.
Can I get a rechargeable 18-volt Ryobi hooked to it?
Yes, that is actually a lot of people use drill batteries to upgrade their blasters. You can also just use any like 3S or 4S lipo.
Gotcha.
And it'll massively increase the rate of fire, but it won't increase how far the darts shoot out of that because it's actually spring powered. It uses a motor to drive a gearbox that pulls back the spring and then fires.
Also, hello, Moto.
I was told there would be no math.
What? Lies.
Yeah, Jake is wanting to get into Nerf modding. He'll buy a gun here and there. There's a very cool Nerf scout pistol from Star Wars, and it looks really good because that's actually my favorite little gun from all the Star Wars is the little snubby little blaster the scout troopers have, and so we're going to get that one.
If you want to get into Nerf modding, you should check out my channel and look up the series called Monday Mod Tips.
Monday Mod.
I will do so now.
That has a whole slew of how to upgrade flywheel motors and increase spring power and seals and anything you want to know. I probably have a video about it.
The KTSO ones are fun too.
The what?
Which one?
The KTSO, where you've got the more powerful spring that you put in some of your guns.
Oh, the K26, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that one.
Yeah. I have a series called Can It Take a K26, where I take spring-powered blasters and see if they can be upgraded with a more powerful spring. I've got like 100 and some odd episodes where I upgrade anywhere from 2 to 4 blasters. So some can, some can't. Some explode violently.
Well, that's always a positive, right?
Well,
Episode 1 is funny.
That provides an element of excitement.
Yes. Episode 100, you actually get to see me throw a bicycle. So that's fun.
Well, if you want to see a man throw a bicycle, then tune in. But that's like back in the day when Jake was a little kid. I used to have a tater gun, and Sandlin has been to my house and shot the tater gun before. And basically, you spray Aquanet into a chamber and use a gas grill lighter to make that go. And there's nothing dangerous about that, but it's the funniest thing ever. Because there is not a man alive that won't just either salute or go woohoo when you see a chunk of tater flying about 600 feet in the air, clearing the treetops, never to be seen again. So it's awesome, super awesome. It's the best. All right, Moto has comment there. He's he hurt somebody with his mod. So
wow,
nice. Awesome. All right. Let's see. Who else we got here? Jeff, what is up? Just Jeff, how are you today?
I'm good. I'm a little tired. We had a really bad thunderstorm rolling last night, and Dobby wants to fight the thunderstorm every time, all the time. So at 3 a.m, I was yelling at a dachshund to please stop barking. He did not.
Well, we are expecting those tomorrow and Wednesday here. So,
I've been working on science fiction westerny stuff.
Yay!
Yeah. Some of it's coming out the way I wanted to. The other stuff, I'm going back to the drawing board. But like this is good for what I'm trying to do. It's nothing fancy. It looks like a horse, kind of.
I like it.
Long little doggy is it all. And right now I'm readjusting the Marshall's horse to look a bit more. I don't know.
Nice.
Marshally.
Menacing. Yeah.
That's cool.
Got the
I love Tech West.
Oh, and we got some legs that I'll throw on it to, it's just a lot of trial and error for me, and it's a nice little refresher on building because I hadn't done it for so long that wasn't part of a set, So.
What's up, Blaze?
Besides that, getting ready for a huge auction tomorrow night. But yeah, just existing. It's all I got. I'm not
Cool.
exciting.
And I received my figure that I got from your auction the other day, so it was really
Good.
cool. It took me a second to figure out where the noggin was from. It's from the Monster Fighters, and it wouldn't have taken me so long, but Bricklink never has, it has a monocle, but it wasn't a monocle. It was a mechanical eyepiece, and his beard wasn't gray. It was a gray beard, and the search engine on Bricklink doesn't know how to handle that. So it took me a while to figure out where it's from. So it's a cool figure. Ice Planet. I might grab it.
I really like to personalize those figures and as much as I can. They're like, I did that for somebody, and they were so angry with me that they didn't get the normal Ice Planet head.
Mm.
And I was like, oh, okay, I can just like send it to you. It's not a big deal. And they're like, well, you should have said something when we were selling the figure. And I was like, but I showed the figure in the head. But so it's whatever. But I figured you'd enjoy it. Like it's a nice update to the Ice Planet Commander's face. With the anyway.
Yeah, I like it. By the way, Moto, I'm tracking all of your explosive comments in the chat, and
yeah, that's you're just wrong, man.
We're hoping everything in Colorado's okay. So. Oh, me. We've also added a Jeff Van Winden. What's going on, buddy? You're the muted.
Yeah, I realize that. Not much. Just building the winter festival set thingy. Spent most of the weekend sorting. Still sorting. Forever sorting. The usual.
Still need to get that set. That thing looks awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Although I have to say, with the underneath the ice, it's white, and with these tiles, it gives it a yellow tinge. So I'm like, yellow water. Interesting. It probably would have been better with like a green or something like that to give it like a deeper water look, maybe, or something. But
or maybe some light blue or something like that.
Yeah, light blue. Yeah, something like I'm figuring if it got a yellow tinge, then blue would give it a bit more of a darker water tinge. I don't know. But beyond that, not much is happening. It's been a quiet week. I'd like to start building again soon, but I want to finish my sorting first, I think, before I do that.
So this is Rick Galaxy. Good to see you, man. Yeah, that's awesome. It seems like Lego is really getting into making nice little display vignettes. That's kind of their mode with the new Star Wars ones coming out. Or is anybody other than maybe Matt or super jazzed about the Star Wars vignettes coming out?
Already got them pre-ordered.
All right, there you go.
I want the Yoda Dagobah one for sure.
Of them, that one that appeals to me the most. So
that's the best looking one in my book too.
So a lot of people are saying that the trash compactor, it looks like trash. I mean, it's supposed to, I guess, but it is not top notch or something. People complain.
But it comes with a 3PO with printing on his arms. That's
that's how they get you, Matt.
Right?
And R2D2 with printing on his back.
Yes.
Malibu Stacy's got a new hat,
which was done 20 years ago by me and Jared, but still.
R2 has a tramp stamp. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. I would probably get the trash compactor just for if the R2 head is correctly printed and not like askew, like it has been for years. Like that is the main thing that bothers me, and I would get it just for that.
It'll never happen.
Yeah, at least you don't have the R2 where it's barely printed, like on the very tip top. The original R2 with that little halo of print that was on the top of his head that was always goofy. So, yes, I hope this is true. because Yoda is one of my favorite Weird Al songs. I can sing every word. Thank you very much.
Got to perform in a concert to that song.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I've been in 2 Weird Al concerts with my R2. It's pretty fun.
Okay, wait a minute. You get moved to the front of the room. Look at there. Let's just put you up there. You are more awesome than the rest of us today. So
I have been in 2 Weird Al concerts. Yes.
oh, that's amazing.
That's cool.
Well, then share that tale and other things that are going on in your Lego world.
Well, with Weird Al, 501st and R2 Builder, so we get to do cool things with him, and really gracious dude, really nice. Can't say enough. It's kind of weird being backstage too, because I'm trying to drive R2 while he's on the stage, but I'm backstage, so I almost went off the stage one time, but it was fine.
You would have been
Lego
a YouTube
wise,
star.
as I have things falling off my desk here. Haven't really built anything, but I have been playing with lights, and that works now.
That's cool.
Wait, was that the Scarlet Witch holding the lightsaber?
That is the Scarlet Witch, yes.
How does that work? Oh, you got the wire. I see. I didn't see the wire.
Yeah,
before.
there are wires and a little battery box to it.
Nice.
You hit it very well.
With me and Rob, we would do, and by me and Rob, I mean Rob showed me how to do it, but then I could do it. We used to actually put batteries in the figure and run the wiring through here straight to the lightsaber, but that's really difficult. And Light My Bricks makes a really cool little pouch of lightsabers that are already wired up, and it's easy enough to play with. So it was fun.
Cool.
Other than that, I did manage to pick up all the little mech sets from the April 1st release.
Nice.
And I got
Where'd you find them?
I got them at Sugarloaf.
Oh, okay.
Because I had to go to Sugarloaf on Saturday. So, but I didn't even bother on Friday. But they had everything. They had all the new releases still, except for the DeLorean. And I was told that North Point's supposed to get some in tomorrow, today. And then North Point was getting them in tomorrow, or Sugarloaf was. I'm sorry. But then also got the little Thor Infinity Saga battle pack thing that I haven't opened yet.
Nice.
But my favorite find of the weekend, our local game store Gigabytes had a swap meet, and it's normally like Warhammer minis, board game stuff like that. Somebody brought a Lego set to their trade table.
Oh.
The box is a little mangled, but it hadn't been opened. But I found the Republic Assault ship on Coruscant, and I got it for $10.
Awesome.
Wow.
That was a good deal.
I was about to say you could probably flip that for serious if you wanted to.
I could, or I could just keep it.
There you go.
But
That's
yeah,
awesome.
I was very happy with that. Other than that, and this is going to sound crazy, I actually did some sorting this weekend.
What?
It was a sad day, but I did.
Yeah. Everybody needs to do some sorting. So I was sat down to do some sorting, and I'm like, let me just build a set that I got in the backlog. And so that's what I did on Sunday.
Yeah, and I am planning a castle. I've got the plans ready to go for it and the parts. I just haven't started. And right now everything's on hold because the Georgia Ren Fest starts this weekend, and that's where I'm going to be at. So.
Oh, it's going to be cold this weekend too, man.
I know, it's great.
I didn't think they had R2D2s in the Renaissance.
Yeah, please tell me you're going to.
But Renaissance clothing is hot, so cold weather is great.
That's true.
Please tell me you're going to wear a yellow Enterprise or Star Trek shirt with black
No,
pants.
that's on time travel day, sir.
Oh, they have a specific day now to manage that.
Oh, they have themed weekends every weekend, but there's a time travel weekend.
I went for the first time last year, and I had a great time.
Oh, it's great there.
It's
really
so
is.
much fun. Like, I'd never done a Ren Fair before, and it's super great. It's just, I love the people who dress up and get into it. I went on the cosplay day, so everybody was there.
Oh, so you got the whole gambit of, you got the
the whole
Dragon
gambit.
Con version of Ren Fair, but
Yeah, basically. We walked in, and this was during when Loki was on TV, and the first person we saw was like Loki in his TVA, outfit.
They actually filmed it. They filmed one of the Loki episodes there at the Renfest.
I saw that.
On
I
property.
recognized some of the locations. Yeah.
Did they really? Which episode?
The one where they're in the castle grounds. where
I'll have to go back and watch.
Yeah.
You can recognize some of the storefronts because literally my wife and I went to the Ren Fair, and then that episode came out the day after, and it was like, wait a minute, that's the same storefront. We have a picture in front of that. And it was like, that's crazy.
Yep. But yeah, I would love to wear my Reinhardt armor, but there is no way to walk on that uneven ground and stilts. That just ain't happening for me. I would die.
No. Well, at least it's not going to be swampy weather. I've been twice, and the last time I went, it was 85 and muggy, and it was miserable because I got to have a turkey leg, and eating salty turkey meat in sweltering heat is not exactly a great experience. So,
no, this Saturday is going to be perfect.
I got to boot somebody else off of Twitch. Hang on, I'll be right back.
What is going on Twitch?
We're
I don't
getting
know.
rated by bots or something.
Something.
Yeah.
Hey,
Dana.
he's alive.
Maybe Dana was on Twitch during Up Trouble.
Man, he keeps kicking me off there. I guess I'm going to get on the show.
How did Uber get? How did Campbell become Giddens?
He's
I'm
been in a
special,
Weird Al Yankovic
okay?
concert, so he's cooler than I am.
And you're in the center square. That's so
I am.
strange.
I'm Paul in today.
Everybody says, hey, being in the center is the best. You know, whenever you go to a job interview, you always sit in the middle chair because you're centered up. People pay attention to you more.
Chris, this is the second time that someone has fallen asleep on your stream.
You know,
I just noticed this.
It's the second time Captain Xavier's done it tonight.
Captain, you okay, buddy?
I'm peachy.
Do we need to call 911?
I mean, it does look like a warm blanket.
It looks like a bear's being attacking you right now.
Yeah. This blanket is referred to as Floofmageddon, and it is the most wonderful thing I own.
I'm writing that down, so that's good to know. Well, before you drift off and everything, how are you today? Other than drifting off.
You talking to me again?
I am. I'm just. I need to. You good?
If you're alive, blink 3 times.
I did not get a good night's sleep in the entire time I was in Pennsylvania. I slept for 12 hours last night when I got home, and I'm still sleeping. So I'm relaxing on the couch, listening to you moops.
All right, good. We will ease you into dreamland if we need to.
Lovely.
Oh, there is TJ. What's up, TJ? How you doing? Dana is with us. He has now joined us. That's awesome. Let's see who have I not hit. Matt, how are you today?
I am in the middle of some very delicate techniquing. All right, so
In the middle of the gun show. Come on, man. What's going on with that?
I am on
They
steroids, Can't you see? Look at these guys.
Yeah.
It is.
The nice thing about becoming middle-aged is that, you don't produce enough testosterone anymore. Anyways, enough about my personal steroid issue. So it's getting taller, and we are up to the 5th level on the Jetsons Tower. So it's coming together, and it's a lot less flexy than it was before. There's still a little bit of flex in there, but I'm feeling like it's a lot more secure. And so, but I will say we wrapped up watching season 3 of Australia Lego Masters, and I have to say that my significant other does not build anything bigger than a gift with purchase set, but he absolutely loves Australian Lego Masters, and he was the one who kept saying, "Lego Masters, you want to watch the Lego Masters tonight?" So
Nice.
we watched one per night. I think there's like 12, 13 episodes, and one of the things that I liked about it this last season is the one of the contestants was very good at animal faces in particular, and so that was really interesting to see. But also, it seemed like a lot of the builders incorporated motors into all their builds, or as many builds as they could. And so I'm sitting there on the couch going, you know what? If everybody's putting motion into their builds, I need to put motion into one of my builds. So I'm watching all these people do it, and it did get me thinking. I really do want to have something motorized on the top of this tower where it turns or something. And there's just some really clever uses of motion. And I won't spoil it, for anyone who hasn't watched it yet. And you can watch it in the United States on Tubi for free. You just got to watch it with commercials. And but there was one very clever design where they set up the series of connection points such that the motion wasn't just like up, down, left, right, but it was like it moved in two different directions, and they used different differential wheels and stuff. And that was obviously not beginner level Technic motors, but that was very advanced. But it was really interesting to see how they could think those things through and get the kind of a very specific kind of motion that they wanted into their build. And in particular, there was one team where they wanted one particular kind of motion, and they were about halfway through the build, roughing it out, and they went to test it, and it just didn't work. It didn't do the thing that they wanted it to do. And so they had to like reconsider their options, and their second take on it turned out to be a lot better than the original idea. And that was actually kind of a common theme, was seeing how often people would be in the middle of builds and they'd step back and either have like a crisis moment or just like, we need some more. Brickman comes around and does like a mid-build critique, and he was like, well, you got this going on, but what would be really cool is if you could work something like this in. And how often people would innovate on the fly. It was a lot of fun just to see that. And that's, I think, one of the things that unfortunately is just missing from the US. They're so much more interested in sort of shtick and trying to create fake drama. The building itself is interesting. I mean, at least for us, we're Lego nerds, but I just really enjoyed watching those people sort of talk through their process and seeing them talk with their teammates about, okay, Brickman made a really good point in his critique. This part of our design is flawed or not very impressive, and seeing them sort of come up with different ideas. So I don't want to sound like I'm a paid advertisement, but if you haven't watched Lego Masters Australia and you'll like Lego, I think you'd enjoy it. So check it out. Cool.
Every time you say Australia, I want to do the Gene Hackman from Superman 2. Australia. Every time. have a cigar in your mouth. Australia. Anyway. Yeah, that's awesome. Do they get more time for their builds than the American version?
So in the finale, I can't remember season 1 because it's been a while since I watched it, but in season 2 and season 3, they had something like 28 hours for their finale build, which obviously they didn't build for 28 hours consecutively.
Right. It's all
that would have been like terrible because they would have been tired and dropped things. So they probably worked, 7-hour days for 4 days in a row. But I mean, if you think about what someone could make in 28 hours, they made big things. I mean, big builds
with an unlimited sorting. I mean, sky's the limit, don't you think?
Yeah, they had 3 million bricks, they said, available in the brick room.
It's crazy.
Yeah. We've added some folks into the chat. Brick Blaze is here. Jesse's Brick Galaxy Moto. We've said hello to TJ. Kamikai Ken is here. Welcome, everybody. Glad you're here. And TJ just got done with a test. Our resident college student. I do not envy those days.
Just remember, A is almost never the right answer on a multiple choice test because the teacher hates to give the right answer first. You heard it here.
That comes from experience. He is a professor. So
statistically, if you're going to guess, don't guess A.
Is it B or C is the better guess? Which one?
Well, it's kind of random after that, but don't guess A. That's the one that's almost certainly not the right answer if you have to guess.
I got you. Everybody, let's just quickly check in on the captain. Okay.
I think we need a Twitch drama update. What is going on over there?
The person that looked like they were spamming said they were fixing their keyboard, so I left them in there. So,
what happened?
I've heard that one before.
I haven't had an ad for hot Taiwanese chicks yet, but I'm waiting for that to drop. So
there's still time. There's
still 26 minutes. So anyway, Mark, what's up in your world, man?
Not terribly much for me, although Small Paul had some adventures in the Lego room this weekend. he typically on a Saturday I'll come downstairs and he'll be in the living room watching TV. And this weekend he said, I'm gonna go down to the Lego room. And so he had all sorts of adventures on my table. We've got robots with claws. This was happening.
Nice.
The Infinity Gauntlet is lying here on the table. We got another robot here.
It's a great robot.
Pieces of Carnage kind of doing stuff. And
Carnage.
he left my super robot in this condition.
Okay, then.
So
Kid's got some promise, I tell you.
What did we say? I don't know.
this might be like the super robot's power move or something. Like he does this and shoots lasers.
Obvious laser guns in the fingers there.
Yes, it's like
Yeah. So it was a very eventful small Paul adventure down here this weekend. Although I did notice that the carrot rock was taken down from the City of Lanterns. I don't know if he climbed on the table or something, but I am going to have to talk to him about that because I do not want him to fall and knock down the shelf that has City of Lanterns on it because that would not be good.
That's correct.
I don't want it destroyed, and I don't want Paul hurt by a shelf with City of Lanterns falling on him. So,
yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's it for me. Not too much happening over here.
Maybe he was fighting Thanos, and that was actually the solution. Is just to, give Thanos the Hassan a couple times, and he'll drop the thing and leave. Maybe that was it. Oh, yep. There it is. There goes Twitch. I got to kill that. So follow me on Insta. TJ will vouch for me. Oh wait, TJ, can you vouch for that person?
You follow him on Instagram.
Do I? Oh, maybe I do.
He says, "Bye, Aunt." He's trying to leave still.
Yeah, I'll see you guys later. I gotta head out. So good to see you guys. Have a good rest of your stream.
See you, dude.
It was nice talking with your wife yesterday.
Nice. Yes, they're planning things. They're working on things. All right, I'll see you guys later.
Later, Gator.
Oh, is that for the trip to Chicago?
Indeed, yeah, I'm helping them out with some stuff.
That's
Speaking of which, I am confirmed now and on the participant list there for Brickworld.
Cool. All right, good deal.
Speaking of spam followers, I have probably every other day young nubile women that follow me on Instagram, and I'm just like, I look to see if there's anything Lego related in their feed. And if not, I'm just like, you are barking up the wrong tree. Block.
That's hilarious. All right, Dana, what are you working on over there, Dana?
I am bagging up parts for Jello.
Could you make that sign that says yellow any bigger on that? YOLO!
I don't think I follow, but that's okay. I half the time don't follow what you're saying, and I just laugh and nod and go, yeah.
No, that's not.
So, what's going on in my Lego world? I finished this up this weekend.
Let me guess, a habitat.
Not just a habitat, but
don't say that with such enthusiasm.
15 habitats, which I know I've shared most of them. So I'm just not going to bore you with the whole thing.
No, is that all the mini the statuettes or whatever? Is that all the colors
all
available?
The possible statuettes that I could actually build a habitat for. Copper and metallic silver. Didn't even try. Those are the other two colors that statues exist for them, but there's just not pieces to build them.
Loser.
Quitter? Yeah. Sure. So last week, I think I showed you guys I was working on this guy. No.
Yes.
And then today I decided to go ahead and build this guy. And then I decided to go ahead and build this guy.
They're multiplying.
There's more than two. There's three. Parts wise, I can build 7. Now, granted, the 7th one I'm going to have to order pieces for because the little macaroni pieces in dark bluish gray Yeah, they're not common, but they are in a new set, so I can order them from Bricks and Pieces, and they'll only cost me like 30 cents a piece versus like the $4 that somebody on Bricklink wants them for. So
Really?
yeah, it's again one of those weird things that I went looking for to see, because when I build them, I'll build them digitally, and I'll create a pick list, put it in the Bricklink, and when you do, when you go up and you select model info and so you can see all of them, and it came up like for the dark blue, like every other color was like $10, $11, $8, and light bluish or dark bluish gray came up at $56. And I'm like, what the hell is in here that's so expensive? And so I went scrolling through, and the macaroni brick is like $3, $4. I'm like, what? So I went and looked, and sure enough, it came in like a parts, like a tub of parts, and like a giveaway, and those are like the only two sets that part came in until like now. Like they was released in like a 2022 set, and so they're available on Bricks and Pieces. So I was like, well, I'm not going to get those from Bricklink. I'll go ahead and order those from Lego. It'll take 5 weeks for it to show up, but it'll cost me a hell of a lot less money. So, but my plan is
four of them. So
you probably not surprised. I need 8, but that didn't help. I'm just going to order them. So I think the last project that I'm going to try and get done before Chicago is to build habitats for at least 6 of these, because they'll stack nicely in a nice little 1, 2, 3. So that'll probably be the last thing I try to get done before Chicago.
Cool.
So that's it for now.
It's interesting to me that as keyed in as you are on monochrome figs, that you came up with Blue Hans, because
yeah, but Blue Han's origin was much earlier than the monochrome.
It's true.
It was much earlier than the monochrome. However, I did think about slapping a blue air tank on the back of him and changing out his blue hands. Just
I
saying.
expected it when I saw the red one coming. I'm like, oh, here comes the hands, and you didn't do it. You failed me.
I haven't built the blue one yet, but if I had the blue one, I would have held them up and they would have had the hand switch. So it would have been good. Yeah. But what I'm thinking about, I was already starting to think about, like, I'm pretty sure that I can build like a helmet and a shield and a sword. So I'm actually going to try and do accessories and stuff like that for these minifigures or for these maxi figures. So it'll be fun.
That's fun.
Why again are we having Xavier on here today?
He spoke to us earlier. He
just decided that's it. I'm out.
Yeah. So what would be funny is just to leave the stream running until he wakes up and then come back and turn it off. What is that?
I printed this on canvas yesterday because I could.
That's awesome.
I saw that.
It
was freaking awesome.
I thought it looked pretty well. So I just pulled the logo down here and then did this. I found it on
now you're gonna get sued
somewhere.
by all of them.
I would like to watch that. I haven't gotten around to watching it.
Oh, it's so good.
That's what I've heard.
Did you watch
Not for
Critical
children.
Strike?
Not for children.
Did you watch Critical Role at all?
Oh yeah.
I'm asking Dana too.
Oh,
no. That's what I'm saying. I want to watch Critical Role.
It's good.
Yeah. If you watch the anime, you'll definitely want to go watch Critical Role afterwards.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't even realize there was an anime. I was speaking specifically about the show of them.
They literally made an animation on Amazon Prime. 12 episodes. Yeah, it's amazing. They took the original Vox Machina campaign that was 5 years long, and they made it. They took the first year of it and made it into 12 episodes on Amazon.
Oh, we got 2 more seasons coming too. It did get renewed for 2 and 3. So
yep. No, it's great.
Then I am definitely going to go scope that out since it's on Prime.
Yep, definitely worth watching.
it is definitely one of my favorite things.
I'm seriously considering making minifigs from them.
Yeah, I am not connected, so I'm listening. I could be talking about bass fishing, and y'all would have the same, response.
I'm from Arkansas, sir. I am well versed in fishing.
Oh,
I'm
let's
from
go bass
Arizona.
fishing.
I was part of a bass fishing club for 10 years there.
Okay, good. Okay, so me talking about
I would love to go bass fishing.
transubstantiation in churches, that would be where we would be at the most. But anyway,
I helped build a church and lived in a church for 2 years.
I did study
We-
the occult for 10 years, so I have an idea.
We
what
got
it is.
shots fired in the chat, though.
Moto, you used to be one of my favorite people, sir. I mean, I'm wearing a dragon shirt for goodness sakes here.
Super boring.
Oh, I've got hang on. I forgot. I've got the. Let me just go ahead and slap it in there if I can find it. Yeah, there it is. So I built a castle this weekend.
Dungeons and Dragons, right there. Great segue.
I mean, boring.
I enjoyed building the 3-in-1 castle. It was very cool. And I mean, of all the 3-in-1s, the pirate, the castle, and the space one, I think the pirate one they did the best. Castle they probably gave more love. The space ones I've enjoyed, but didn't get this level of love. I don't think that I would like to see in Space 3-in-1. So
Yep,
maybe one day.
Yeah, when everybody throws out, but you got the exosuit, or you got Benny's spaceship. No, not the same level of detail.
Yeah, I don't have a large play set, so
Nope.
With multiple figs and all that kind of stuff, and the details in here. The best part is they put a medieval crapper in it, and I was so when I built that little section and I put the 2x2 round with a hole in the middle, I'm like, is this a crapper? And it's over this mossy kind of little sludgy side. I'm like, that is the best. They even snuck some toilet paper in there, which was great.
That's the only part that's unrealistic is the toilet paper.
Yeah, exactly right. Everything else, but it was great, and the brick built chickens were very fun. So I mean, I enjoyed it. It does remind me of building the original Yellow Castle I built back as a kid. So it was a lot of fun. It needs rocket engines and spacemen on it, but that's neither here nor there.
So, is he snoring? Quality programming, folks. Quality programming. So, what was it? Was it the after stream, or was it during the stream that we were talking about Highlights magazine?
I think so. I got Highlights magazine back in the day.
Yep.
So I was at Barnes and Noble over the weekend picking up a book for my wife, and when I do walk into Barnes and Noble, I usually slide over into the kids section to see what kind of DK books or whatever they're doing that there's out. And I saw this pretty large size book with a big spaceman on the cover and a bunch of other figures all around it. And I'm like, what's this? And it was a rather thin book, maybe like 30 pages max. And what it is, it's a search and find book that as you open it up, and they'll be like, it's like they'll take like a decade and they'll put figures and sets from that decade, and you got to looking for them. So like there's this whole classic old school, creator area, and then they do a whole thing that's almost like looks like it's Fabuland, and like there's one for Belleville. But when they get to Pirates and Castle, they smatter space in there. There wasn't like a space page, even though they gave this huge giant spaceman on the cover. There's a spaceman scattered throughout like 3 or 4 pages, and I was like, I feel gypped. I feel called out and gypped on this.
That's space baiting, is what that is.
It is total space baiting. That is exactly the correct word for it. Is space baiting, far true and true. And so, needless to say, I didn't buy the book because I was just at this point.
I mean, that's what Lego's doing right now. Is like there's space T-shirts, there's plush spacemen, there's no space sets.
Yeah,
I got the space mosaic. I got the plush spaceman.
There it is, right there.
I mean, we got the space sets.
So you know what? It's a very interesting statement, though. They've been giving us all this space stuff, which, by the way, if I'm not mistaken, kept like selling out, right? Like they even had to turn around and produce more plushies because we sold, they sold out. And again, is it just a fad? Are the space people don't exist? They don't want any space stuff?
They print a gray spaceman on the little notebook.
I know. How about regalia? Along with the orange spaceman too.
Yes. It's not fair. Matt is muted. He's not even paying attention to us because we're complaining about
I was playing the violin earlier, but you guys missed it.
Was it in space? No one can hear you play the small violin.
This is true.
So, have I just not noticed this? But this has a little QR code on it, and it takes me to Lego building instructions on my
That's
phone.
been like that for about 2-3 years.
I've never noticed that.
Welcome to 2017.
Mark exclusively builds off of the digital instructions and has for quite some time.
Yeah, and you can 3D spin around the model because you can see where all that goes and stuff like that.
Yeah, I like to
What
use
about that?
I like to use the Lego Instructions app. And by the way, the one called Lego Instructions is better than the Lego Life app for displaying the
Yes. Yes.
but I like to use it because I put it on my iPad and it stands up on the table and I can see the instructions much more easily. You know, when you spread the book out on the table, it's got the glare on the pages and you can't tell black from gray and stuff like that. And the app it makes a lot of that easier to see. So it's nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do want to point out something. How for Zoom, you just got done saying how there's no space sets, but behind you on your table is all of the new space stuff.
Yes, it is smattering in every other. I mean, there's a space version of Ninjago, or not Ninjago, but there's a space set in every theme except for its own. So, I mean,
are you talking about the city sets that happen to
Jeff, if you think that's going to satisfy him, I have news for you.
No, it is not. I bought them because I'm trying to say space will sell, but a dedicated exploration line that's not tied to stupid city and space shuttles and not tied to whatever. Yes, the friend Moto mentioned the Friend space set, which has got a shuttle in it, for crying out loud. Its redeeming quality is the cool planets, maybe some new glass pieces, but space cookies. The space cookies, there's a 1x2 tile with cookies and a space symbol on it. That redeems it. You know, that's going to be bought. But
space cookies.
Yeah, the space shuttle looks like a phoned-in town space shuttle with some magenta stripes on it.
Yeah.
Which is probably not far from the truth.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it took the last two shuttle models and said, we'll take the canopy off that one, and then we'll put the engines off that one and everything. I will probably buy it because apparently I collect space shuttles. I have a lot of space shuttles. It is like the helicopter for city, but it's now the shuttles and everything. So, but really, I would love for for them in a 3-in-1 set to make a cool retro rocket spaceship. How amazing would that be as a 3-in-1? It would be, everybody would think it's cool. It's a rocket and it's made to whoosh and all this kind of stuff. I think it would be a cool 3-in-1. And since Boone made his announcements, I in a private chat, I'm like, dude, you need to make because he's made retro rockets before. 3-in-1 retro rocket needs to be your first project right now. I'm just saying it straight down the line. So,
but I want it to be just like they did for the castle one, where if you build all three, you can combine them together to make. If you bought 3 sets to make a big set, that is by far the best feature out of the castle 3-in-1 is that you can make it bigger, and they give you the instructions to do it, and that's cool.
And then you could wedge the blacksmith in there and it not mesh with any of it.
Well,
because the blacksmith shop is really well done.
Yeah. It's a different style for sure. But hey, I would love to see space get that kind of love because Pirates did, and Castle did, and Space no. So, and Lego needs to understand me building a cool space shuttle in realism is not fantasy space, and we need that kind of thing. So, Freak Studio,
Chris,
how are you?
Why can't you just use your imagination and add warp engines or something onto it?
I can.
Spaceships can only come in wedge shapes, right?
Yes, they need wings for the space air to make it to the ether.
That's not how that works.
Yes, it is. It's science.
That's incorrect science.
It's science. Maddie.
Yeah,
Maddie.
They have to wear the helmets to keep out the poisonous space air. That's everyone knows that.
Yeah. Don't you know?
And you don't need air once you're in the base, even if there's open windows.
Of course not.
Have any of you guys delved into making a Star Fury from Babylon 5?
I would love to make Star Furies.
I've never watched more than 10 minutes of Babylon 5 in my life.
What?
The whole series.
Babylon
I love
5
it
is
too,
the
sir.
best written of all the Star Trek franchise.
Well, that's because it was written by Michael J. Straczynski, and because
That was
he
perfect.
is
It's
the
the best
storyteller.
of all the Star Wars, Star Trek. Yes.
No,
that
They're
was-
all the same. I mean, come on.
No. That was great, Matthew. You don't need to say any more than that. It was the best of all the Star Wars, Star Trek. That's
You're
correct.
welcome. You're welcome.
That's correct.
And by the way, we're revoking your science fiction card. By the way, just saying.
Yeah, turn in your Razor Crest to me.
Yeah, we need to get
ASAP.
that printed on shirts.
I've already had to give up my
Babylon
80s kit.
5 was the best of all the Star Wars, Star Trek. Signed Matthew Gunning.
Yeah.
It was.
Season one
It
was rough, but it got really good after that.
Babylon 5 is probably one of the best well-written TV shows.
Have you read any of
40
Straczynski's
years.
other stuff? The man is
He's
a
good.
mad writing genius. If you can find any of his stuff, it's fantastic. He did some work
I
with
have
Top
it.
Cow. Midnight Nation was a great book.
He's done stuff for
The real-
Marvel, I think.
Oh, just fantastic.
The Real Ghostbusters, he wrote a couple of episodes from there. He wrote the Cthulhu episode.
The man is just a fantastic writer all the way around.
He
Who?
wrote some awesome Spider-Man books,
His name
too.
is Michael J. Straczynski.
Okay. I don't know who wrote it. I just liked it.
I'm pretty sure
he
he had a
liked it.
number of runs in Marvel for different stuff.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. He was also the only writer for Babylon. He only had like a team, but I mean, he wrote out every single episode.
And everything he writes has a beginning and an ending.
It does.
Yep.
I mean, not the spoiler, but there's time travel involved.
I have a nerd thing that I just learned about today when I was flipping through TikTok. That what is this Infinity Warps thing? I had no idea about this. Like, do you guys know about this?
It's an RPG thing, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's a pen and paper game.
Yeah,
Oh, is that what it is?
pretty
Yeah.
sure. It's like
Because
a
it's
tabletop
like
thing.
I mean, the guy that talked about it said that it was like a storyline about how instead of Thanos getting the Infinity Gauntlet, Wanda gets it, and instead of killing half of the universe, she merges two individuals into one individual throughout the universe. And so what it does is a whole bunch of the heroes end up merged together. So you have like Iron Hammer, that's Iron Man with
Wasn't that the whole Almagram series that they did?
Amalgam. That was
Amalgam, yeah.
this is recent.
I
Amalgam-
have all of those, by the way.
Or because I also know that when Wanda went crazy, we got Apocalypse. No, not
No More
it was
Villains.
House of M.
Age
House of M.
House of M was
House
her.
of M.
Yeah.
Well,
Don't
anyway,
make them push up their glasses.
it
I'm
was
just glad I'm talking
something-
with my people. That's all that matters.
What was that, Mark?
It's something I found out about just today. I was like, what?
Hey, I follow that guy on TikTok too. So he's a pretty cool guy.
Can we go back to talking about Star Wars, Star Trek?
It was something that I guess they made Funko Pops out of it, and like it has merch. Like, how did I not hear about this before now?
Well, the reason that we keep getting so many Lego Marvel mechs is because of a comic line. Because the Captain America, Wolverine, and all those guys were given mechs by Tony for some reason.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
It says that it was a 2018 comic book storyline.
Oh,
Don't know.
Chris, can you show that Wolverine figure again? Because he looks kind of sad.
He is kind of sad, but that's okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get him.
It's got a good helmet, and
I like him.
it's very basic. It has no
Was that
printing
from
on
the
the
mech?
legs at all, which is
Is
just
that
sad.
the official one or is that a custom?
No, this is the official one. This is out of the Wolverine mech set.
Oh.
I really like the way that mech set looks. I like that little line of mechs. I think they're all.
I do. I think it's kind of cool. This is basically a copy of the Wolverine figure we got 10, 15 years ago from the helicopter with Magneto and Deadpool, but
No, there was more detail on the chest.
a
On the-
little
on
bit,
the-
not a lot. It's very bland.
I'm just gonna wait till they show up at my Kroger at 20% off.
There you go.
There you go.
Dude is gone, man.
I'm just gonna wait till they show up in Dana's Kroger.
Well, he's got a 3-hour time difference between Washington and Pennsylvania. I don't blame him.
Yeah. Well, I
And
had
when he
I had
goes
a
to
3-hour
those-
nap today because of allergies. So thank you. I understand.
I took an hour nap.
3-hour tour. A 3-hour tour.
And when he goes to those things, he goes to those things. It's not just like hanging out. It's like he is full power, full speed ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Gary's
Xavier
pulling the
doesn't.
plug on us, man. See, Gary?
Xavier doesn't seem like the kind of person who does something halfway.
No.
No, you should have
No.
seen him. You should have seen him at Rick's Cascade. Like when kids would come up and ask him about his boats, he would get down on a knee and talk to them at eye level. It was really kind of endearing to see
Aw.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't
Yeah,
tell him I said
Chris,
he's
you
a nice
missed
guy.
when we went to the Nerf barn last week and saw the
Oh yeah.
arsenal, right?
Yeah.
You know, like in Men in Black when they go into the apartment and they hit the thing, and all of a sudden all the silver weapons pop out.
Uh-huh.
That, but in a barn, and it's Nerf. So yeah, and the full automated whatever from Aliens in Nerf with the steady cam gun, and it was hardcore. It was awesome.
That would be fun to go to.
Yeah, super awesome.
He made a smart gun from Aliens for the fire Nerf.
Yes, he did. Super cool. All right, guys. Well, it is right at an hour, so we will pull the plug on the show, land the plane. You guys, thank y'all for being here. If you are a praying kind of person, pray for us in the South. We don't know what the weather's going to be. There's pollen, and winter is coming this Saturday. So, you know, I don't know what to do. I don't even know what temperature to set my air conditioner in the car to get the fog off right now. I don't know what to do.
I think tomorrow might actually be a pollen tornado. I think that's
Yeah. I was going to say, if you are praying for the weather in the South, please be a little more specific because it's,
back down the lane to which God's sending tornadoes. Is what but anyway, if it hits one of our houses, that'll be a very colorful debris field after it hits our Lego rooms. But we certainly don't want any of that for sure.
Yeah.
I need to move all my Lego to the basement.
That's where mine is. I'm in the safe space right here. So, guys, y'all, thank you for being here. It's always fun hanging out. Great viewership tonight. Had a lot of folks in the chats as well talking. That's awesome. You guys be awesome and build awesome. Have a good night, everybody. See y'all.